Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Sunday, August 20th, 2023. Basically bought records only at two different tables. First table I got a lot of 45s, hand-picked one by one. I wasn't very convincing when I tried to haggle. I was trying to get them at $3 for $1. I ended up paying almost 50 cents each, but it's okay. There's some cool records in there. What I thought were I have 34 records. Actually, I only picked 33. One of them got in the lot by mistake. I picked it. Was supposed to go back in the box. So I've asked to make it $11 for like roughly 33 records plus one. He asked for 15. I should have haggled down to 13. You know how it goes. But anyway, I just said okay, 15. I was just happy he wouldn't say, oh no, it's $1 a record, and you never know what to expect. So I got some cool ones. Well, I'll start with. They're not in alphabetical order. You'll see why. But I'll start with the French ones first. This is the one I picked up completely by mistake. Actually, I pulled it out to switch a sleeve, because it was in a capital sleeve, and you'll see later there's a capital record from the 50s. But I have already like several copies of this. Loin Loin de la Ville de Beaunoir, Miss Laney. So that one doesn't count, it's not going in my inventory. Tony Roman, Lance la Pierre, Deux corps sur la plage. Les Feuilles Mortes in Bossa Nova by Denise Carroll. Not hard, not easy to find. La danse est finie. Prends-moi de Gloria et Je n'aime que toi. Basically anything on this carousel label that I don't know what it is, I pick it up. There's some cool stuff on that label. Le Train du Nord, sung by Félix Leclerc, but here modern cover in 72 by Marie-Claire et Richard Séguin. À qui de droit? This is French from France, Si je chante by Dave, and L'amour est roi. But there were 7 records on the Fontaine label. I rarely see Fontaine records. I always hope to find the first record by Les Sultans, popular pop rock band in Quebec in the 60s. This is the most valuable one of all 7, and most of them are like very clean. They're not trashed at all. This one unfortunately has a radio station copy not for sale stamp on it. The Rockatones, Submerge, and this is the Chic and his Harem. So this is a band from Montreal actually. I forgot I checked Sunday some of them on Discogs. I forgot their value. That's the best one of the lot. Dis-moi sans me mentir, Les Nocturnes, and Johnny Rappelle-toi, very clean as well. Couldn't believe it. Le Grand Train Bleu, which is a cover of One Way Ticket by Michel Guy, and Oui, toute ma vie, Neil Sedaka. I don't know which song that is. So, C'est ma fête, a French cover of It's My Party by Joanne Lachance. Chariot. Chariot is I Will Follow Him in French, but the popular version was by Pitch Leclerc. This is a less popular cover, and I add, not as well sung. It's not very good. Marcel Romain, Toi et moi Limbo. Oh, I just saw it's I saw Man Apple, so it might be I wonder if it's like the limbo rock in French, because I recognize those names on Chubby Checker records. Prince sans royaume. Cling, can't believe it. Another one on that label. All stuff I never see. I never see these records, and never. Janine Claude, Jamais autant que moi, and Le jour viendra. This is Viens chez moi, Walk Right In French, cover by Les Sœurs Galland with the band The Senators in the back, and this side is instrumental just by The Senator, Viens chez moi, same song, very clean as well. Les Sœurs Galland is a group of female singers where it was Pitch Leclerc and her sisters, and not Pitch Leclerc, what am I saying? Sorry, I'm very tired. Patsy Galland, of course, not Pitch Leclerc. Patsy Galland was part of that group. They were backup singers for a lot of French-Canadian artists of the 60s. So that's it for the Francophone stuff. Now, what do we have here? Some 70s stuff, but mostly 50s and 60s. A lot of 50s stuff you'll see. Here we have the Crusaders. Put it where you want it. This side is Mosari, woman. You know what it was? It was clean. I said, oh, that looks good. Blue Tom. And indeed, it's a great song. J.J. Cale, After Midnight. And Crying Eyes. I think naturally J.J. Cale is that album with the raccoon on the cover, if I'm not mistaken. I want that record just for the cover. I don't have it. This I don't know why I picked it up, because it's one of the rare ones in the pile that's in rough shape. 1955, however, an EP, Drumology. I am starting to wonder if I have it already. Maybe I have an LP version of this. So we have Louis Belson, Zooty Singleton, Buddy Rich, and Lionel Hampton on it. It's an EP with a, if I recall, it has a gray label. Yep. I have a whole bunch of Glenn Miller on this label there with the brownish, I don't know how to call that color, and with the gray label anyway. And we have it old but well playing, mid 50s actually. I think it's 54 even. It's very old pressing. One of the first 45s. Bazoom, I Need Your Loving by The Charms. And this side is Ling Ting Tong. See these old 45s, they basically when they mastered them, it was like a set distance and the volume is what was rather low, so you always have these big empty spaces. That's how you can tell. That's how I can tell. Like for instance, you'll see, I'll show you later on another record. This is, what is this? Eartha Kitt, C'est Si Bon, African Lullaby. I probably have this on 78, but I'm not sure. Two Fats Dominoes, Blueberry Hill, and Honey Child from Imperial. I realize now it's not that early because it's on Imperial in Canada, but the original 78 was on Rio, which I have. Blue Monday, Fats Domino, and What's the Reason I'm Not Pleasing You? This I don't know why I picked. Mama Look a Boo Boo, Robert Mitchum, I don't know. The adrenaline was kicking in because I was in the middle of the pile and was picking out some of the stuff you'll see in a moment. What is this generation coming to? Robert Mitchum. That's the Capitol Sleeve where that record I didn't want was. Bebop Balula by Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps. Woman Love. I have to stop buying this record, I have enough copies now. Stomp Rock by Ben Hen Gates and his Gators with Big Beat. Now, I know it's not Hen Gates and his Gator. That's not a real band. It's taken out of an album where they took some instrumental music, they pre-rock even, and they slapped this fake band name and wrote rock and roll on the record cover. But I've never seen a 45 taken from that LP, so I was too curious to get that. It was a curiosity. Then I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bill Haley and his Comets records. All but one are in great shape. They play very well. Rudy's Rock and Blue Comet Blues, The Saints Rock and Roll, and ROCK. Some of these are easier to find on 78 than on 45 in playable shape. A little dirty, but I was surprised that there's almost no groove around these records, just handling wear. Hook, Line and Sinker, 40 cups of coffee. This is an early one. Oh my god. Forgot the label in the States. It's an orange label. What is it? SX. That was probably on SX in the States. In Canada it was on quality. Crazy Man Crazy. Too bad there's an E on the label. And this side is What You Gonna Do. Let's see. It's early. It's thick. Thick vinyl. Very thick. Very early pressing. 54 perhaps? I forgot the year. This, it's not in good shape, but, and there's stupid E again, but I never find it. I didn't have it, so there's a little damage there, but it's in okay shape. The record is, it's in better days. Shake, Rattle and Roll EP by Bill Haley in his comments. It has both sides of the hit Rock Around the Clock with 13 women and Only One Man in Town on the other side. The other songs are ABC Boogie and Shake, Rattle and Roll. But the record, unfortunately, if I just put this down 2 seconds, there we go. See, I almost turned off the camera by mistake. Yeah, it's in better days. The EPs didn't catch on in North America. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 early Elvis Presley 45s, all on the blue label. I never see them in playable shape, and all of them are either pretty good or this one is dirty. Though bad example here, but I can see that out. Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel. Milk Cow Blue Boogie. Milk Cow Blues Boogie, and Your Heartbreaker. See, that's what I meant by the groove was like compressed and low volume, and then big ending. These are some of the first Canadian Elvis on 45. Heartbreaker Hotel, I Was the One. Again, I've seen worse. Tutti Frutti with an E and One-Sided Love Affair. Blue Sweat Shoes. I hope I didn't just break it live on camera. I'm Counting on You on the other side. Blue Sweat Shoes, I'm Counting on You. What's interesting is that this is a Canadian coupling, and it came out in Canada before coming out in the States, because Carl Perkins asked Elvis Presley, or maybe he asked Tom Parker, not to release it right away because he wanted to have a chance of selling some copies of his own original version. But that deal, they said yes, we'll wait a few months, but they only did that in the States. So in Canada, they released it, Blue Sweat Shoes, with I'm Counting on You on the other side. I think Tutti Frutti, One-Sided Love Affair is also a Canadian only coupling, but I would have to check. And my final and favorite find, not the most valuable one, because I think one of the most valuable one is the Shake and His Harem. And that one there by the Rockatones, I think it's worth like, I don't want to say anything because I forgot which record. One of these is worth $40, and I think that's the Rockatone one. So, but this one is my favorite one because that's my favorite Little Richard record. It looks worse than it plays, and I played it Sunday. I was dancing like a fool in the living room. Heebie-jeebies, Little Richard and his band. On Regency, she's got it, but Heebie-jeebies, I love that song. You're gonna get back. Anyway, so I was really glad I got that one. So, and that was like $15. At another table, got an Elvis. I couldn't remember if I had found a mono copy or not. So maybe I haven't. I forgot. But Elvis Presley Loving You. LPM 1515. It has seen better days, but not bad actually. I can't because it's in the sleeve, but it's not the first release. Let me put this down for a second. I just want to show the label. It wasn't in an RCA sleeve. I put it in an RCA sleeve. It's this label. I don't care as long as it's in mono. Could have been the orange label as far as I'm concerned. The cover is in great shape. No writing, no splits. Blue wear, And when he said it was $3, and that's reasonable. I got it for $3. And that's it. Thanks for watching.